Hello everyone. I am back. I am a little bit stressed out because there are like 3 events that are all gonna time out soon and I am behind. But this is the closest one, so we'll see if we can do this one right now with where we currently are in the storyline. So, Clock Diner, 12 hours commercial district. Here comes Piconi's annual food fest. The Golden Hour Thanksgiving event has officially started. Collect materials for free refinement, limited sale. 3 for the price of 1. Delicious delicacies are available to send via mail. Take part in the event for 7 days in a row and receive special gifts. You can head over to the commercial district Clock Diner to find out more. Please reply unsub to opt out. Reply received. Thank you for your support.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
Alright, so, by the way, what we're doing with our life, because I just immediately... The stress is getting to me. Alright, so first of all of my 5-star characters are fully maxed out. Like, this, Light Cone, Traces, they're all done. Including, the preservation path of the Trailblazer. Like, all of them are done. So I am currently working on March. As you can see, got her up to 80, got her Light Cone up to 80. Currently working on her Traces. Now, I will tell you all this. I am going to get to the part where it asks for the Destiny Spear, whatever it's called, I always forget. And that's where I'm going to stop. So I'm going to get them almost up to essentially crowning, like you would in Genshin, and then I'm going to stop. Because I don't have a lot of those, and I'm already using like 1 per character to unlock this bonus ability. So, at least for my 4 stars, I'm gonna get to where I'm almost crowning them, and then I'm gonna stop, because my idea is I'm going to... Tracks of Destiny, that's what they're called. I'm gonna get enough of these that I could fully max out a new 5-star with one of them, right? And then anything that's above that, I can use on 4-star characters. So as you can see, definitely don't have enough, because I think you need like 6 to fully max out a character's traces. As you can see, we are definitely not to that. But yeah.
Life is as ephemeral as...
Not right now, Jingyuan. So right now working on March, because she's my only other preservation character, and when I need a preservation path, I always need to use her, because my only other character is Gepard. The next person I will be building is probably going to be Qingchui. Working on her Light Cone. And then probably Tingyun, because she's a really good support, and then probably Sampo. Probably in that order, too. We'll see. Speed running. Sorry. So as you can see, not quite enough to get another pull. Let's do a 10 pull on Jingyuan. On the Light Cone, it'd be 55, so we might get something on this one, because it'll be 65. I can't lose on this. Either I get E1 Jingyuan, I lose the 50-50, and I get guaranteed for the next banner, which I think might be Adventuring. Or Acheron. Oof, Acheron has me in a choke. So, like, there's no losing. Also, I am desperate for these. I should just be, like, leveling characters out of the wazoo to get their free tickets. Because, look, guys, I am so close to getting this guaranteed. Where you can choose it. But let's see. 10 pull. Let's go. 65. 65 and I didn't hit? What? Well, at least give me a Sampo Eidolon to make up for that tragedy. And a weird looking Sampo. Absolutely
full of worthless...
confused.
In the obscure prophecy of Dream, a star from the heavens has enlightened my path.
As you can see, I get Hanya quite a bit. Alright. Our boy.
Drive.
Anyway, so let's do this event. Probably by the time I get this event done, I'll at least have enough to get that last pull, or that last ticket I need to get another 10 pull.
Give him a kid's meal.
I need to practice it a few times while Nolan's around.
A restaurant waiter who doesn't want to become a stand-up comedian is not a good family member. Perfect timing. We do have an event going on. Buy a slice of cake and you'll receive special Pepeshi joke from Jay as a complimentary treat. What a pity. You missed the debut show of the next stand-up comedy master in Penacony. 12-hour commercial district is joining forces to host the annual celebration as thanks to our customers. It's an annual culinary festival where you provide the ingredients and we'll whip up delicious dishes for you. Thanks to the family's latest Dream Bubble comprehension technology, we can now bring unique dream-inspired flavors that used to exist only in the dreamscape to reality. Whether it's a Stargazer cake or the Mr. Herring's lemon tart, there is no delectable dish beyond our reach. As for the others, oh dear, I forgot the lines again. What did the message say about activities? Oh, that's right. Here's another one. Participating in the event earns you various materialized Penacony delicacies. You'd have them shipped directly to your friends and other star systems, allowing them to savor the dream-inspired flavors, such as today's featured dish, Interwoven Dreams. Inspired by the sweet dreams of 100 customers, the zero-calorie, 100-layer Sunday layers, the weaves together to create a oh boy, indulgent ice cream texture, securing its position on the top desserts review list. Although it can only replicate some of the textures, limited flavors even more enchanting. Wouldn't you agree? That's great. I hope you'll be just as delighted the next time you hear a joke. I'll make sure to be. We sent it to Herta and Screwlium, apparently. Too sweet. Next. Recreating taste with memory bubbles? Interesting. So can you only do it once a day? Please accept your participation reward. Oh, it looks like your friends will have received a special gift as well. The celebration event will last for 7 days with different delicacies offered each day. Feel free to drop by anytime to participate. So can I just like... At least in this one, to Aston Arland. Is this what a budget snack tastes like? It's so sour. I think I'm seeing things.
I hold a vision.
If there's something important lore-wise, I'll actually read it out loud. Otherwise, he just gives a little tidbit, and then we make the cake. Branya, so food outside Belagog can be quite courageous. Sela, I think the gaze part tastes nicer than the star part.
I need to practice it a few times.
Clara, it's delicious. It's like the little bubbles are dancing on my tongue. Hook, a soda that's both Pitch Dark Hook the Great and Daddy likes.
I need to practice it a few times while Nolan's around.
Hua Hua, its eyes, it keeps staring at me. When I found, look here fam, I'm gonna
Life
eat
is as
desserts
ephemeral
upside
as
down.
You wanna leave?
Okay, so we got, I'm glad that they let us like catch up with ones before. So 6 and 7 haven't been released yet. Interesting. Well, that just got us a bunch of points really easily. Let me just go over here, and this should get me... Yeah. And I only needed 1 to be able to do another 10 pull. Alright, as I stated, we cannot lose if we can actually get a character. This will put us at 75. $75 and nothing, apparently. Oh my goodness. Can I at least get a Sampo then? I bet if I pulled on Sparkle's banner, I'd get her immediately. She's like, you either pull for me or you get nothing. $75? Whoa. I know I have that one. I don't know what it's rated to. I think Hook has it. Oh, fully maxed out too. Alright, the other thing I wanted to do was this week's polls on the machine. Where is he? The guy who's like throwing up rainbows. Ah, there he is.
Get up now, my partner.
Yeah, I think you can do this like once a week. So I'll make sure to do it on the day I stream. I forgot to do it last week, unfortunately.
Please do not hit the entertainment facilities.
Oh, you can just... I guess to make... So you don't have to like... Oh, and it's like, it only pulls that one item. Interesting if you do the fast pull. Okay. Interesting. I see that there's a... Let's navigate to this.
Who cares if everything's full of sugar?
A new model of wristwatch by the Sten family has just...
Oh, a delightful surprise.
Okay, well this one's pretty easy to do and also get coins from. Yeah, I can't do that one yet. Can't do that one yet. And... I haven't unlocked these yet. Because I haven't unlocked the full map. Okay, so that was pretty easy to catch up on. Let's do this. Now I had this thought the other day that, you know how we're supposed to be like, ooh, stickers? That, oh, what's her name? Firefly was like inviting us to go see this special spot or whatever, and we got distracted by Clockie showing up, right? So like, what if this is one of those cases where like you get distracted on a side quest, but to like find the ultimate truth or whatever? If we had just gone to Firefly's hangout,
Being on the go all the time sure does.
would have like, we would have like finished everything. Like it would be where the end result would be.
I wish you all safe and sound dreams.
Oh, no. You get what I mean, like you must have played this game where it's like, oh, if you had just gone where you were supposed to at the beginning of the game, you would have finished the game in like 5 minutes instead of getting distracted by a side quest.
There's a crowd over there. Looks like something really did happen.
Please, calm down.
TikTok! He's there! He's there! See, Clockie does not tell lies.
Oh, Acheron and Misha. Interesting combo.
Everyone, please stay calm.
If we're going with my Alice in Wonderland thing, Misha is obviously the white rabbit. Firefly, I keep forgetting her name, is Alice. I wonder... Acheron's taking like almost a guide standpoint, so I wonder if she's the Mad Hatter.
You broke the rules, and now you're gonna have to pay the price.
Oh wait, the guys were looking for like a silver-haired stowaway. I wonder if Misha is the stowaway.
Punish him, boss. Punish him, boss.
How did it come to this?
Who's Misha?
See? I wasn't lying. Misha really is in trouble. TikTok, I'm begging you, my gray friend. Begging you. Please help Misha.
Wait, are you talking to Clockie? I'm really curious too.
TikTok, TikTok. It's all Stone's fault that things have turned out this way. Of all the lowlifes in Dreamville, Stone's the worst. He's a greedy man who wants to drive everyone out of Dreamville so that he can have all the precious stones to himself. He instructed his underlings to wreak havoc in the dreamscape, taking away everyone's positive emotions. Since then, the town has been filled with anxiety and disputes. We're no longer a family. As the guardian of Dreamville, I can't just sit back and do nothing. By using the power of clockwork, I can direct the flow of positive emotions in the dreamscape back into people's hearts. That way, everyone can patch up their differences and get along again.
This knockoff Mickey Mouse is actually already making me want to kill him. Am I allowed to say that on Twitch? I don't know. Maybe I'll get in trouble. But oh my gosh, I already want to strangle this clock.
My gray friend, I require your assistance. I have a feeling you'll be able to master the power of clockwork. After all, you're the special one who can see me. Also, you're a new visitor to this world, which means we have the element of surprise. If you take action now, we can catch him off guard. Here, I'll show you. First, close your eyes. Tick-tock. Now, our minds have merged into one. Can you feel an energy surging through your body? All we have to do is use clockwork on that cranky gangster boss and inject good emotions into him. Then we'll have won. Please bear in mind that you should never use clockwork with malicious intent. We're the guardians of Dreamville after all. Tick-tock.
Mind your own business, lad. I have to let that lady there know she's messed with the wrong person.
Use your clockwork to tune the person's emotional state. Finally make your confirmation here.
What got into me just now?
I see the bird. Burb!
Hey, he seems normal now. That's wonderful. You did it.
Not even having to do like a little puzzle anyway.
Great! It means you've mastered the art of clockwork.
Oh, was I about to get into a fight with that lady? Was I crazy?
What's wrong with the boss?
Hey, may I ask you a question? Were you the one who made me simmer down earlier? I wasn't my normal self. Ooh, thanks for doing that. If we'd laid a finger on our guests just now, we would have faced severe punishment from the Bloodhound family. I'm so sorry for stirring up all this trouble. Alas, why did I get so worked up all of a sudden? It's baffling.
Oh, my great friend! You have to tell him that Stone is behind this.
Stone? I'm not sure I get what you mean. Anyway, I owe everyone a proper apology. Gang, line up and say sorry to our honored guests, huh?
Sure.
Ready?
We're truly sorry.
Wow, they look really sincere. In that case, can you ask them to leave now?
Sure thing, huh? You're the boss. Hey, gang, let's give our VIP some space, huh?
Yes, boss.
We meet again. Are you the one who helped settle everything down here?
Misha, are you acquainted with this great friend of mine?
He's an esteemed guest whom I befriended recently. I told you about him before. Does it ring a bell?
Oh, it's him!
Anyway, thanks a lot. If you hadn't gotten here in time, whew, I would have been in a real mess.
Thank you. I'm surprised we get to see each other again so soon. About all the commotion just now, I heard a bunch of masked fools were causing a ruckus on the streets. I happened to be passing through, got stopped for questioning, and there were some misunderstandings along the way. Anyway, I owe you another one.
Is this lady your friend too?
Well, we've only met each other once before, but he is a kind soul for helping me at the hotel. It's my pleasure to meet you, beautiful lady.
My gasp of like, a fellow, you all can't see me cracking my wrist, but you know, a fellow.
Beautiful lady.
By the way, what did you do to that man earlier? It was like someone took him on an emotional roller coaster.
I was wondering about that too. What happened back there exactly?
That's right! It was me! Clockie! Of course, you played a big part too. Without you doing the clockwork, Dreamville would have been in some real trouble.
Clockie?
Yes, that cartoon character. I think he's shown up in reality? I mean, in the dreamscape. I don't really know how a cartoon character could show up around here. But according to our friend here, only honest people with childlike innocence can see him.
It seems like I'm too old to qualify for that. If Clockie really exists, that can explain a lot of things.
Huh. Can you see me too?
I can feel the presence of something inexplicable next to you. But it's a shame that I can't communicate with him like you can. We can both perceive these extraordinary things in the dream, probably due to our ability to react to memoria. But you're more attuned to it than I am. I thought your heightened perception was caused by something the elegant memo keeper might have left in your mind. Now it seems to me there are many more special beings like her in this dream.
Is the memo keeper Black Swan?
Shortly after we parted ways, I met a lady wearing a black veil who was also a guest at the hotel. We had a good time talking about the event over drinks.
Yeah. Okay, Black Veil. Definitely Black Swan.
It's a shame that I forgot to ask her for her name. I only know that she's from the Garden of Recollection.
Oh, she's with my best friend, Fuli. I want Honkai Star Rail so bad to make enamel pins of the different eons. I would buy that entire collection. Oh, speaking of enamel pins, I just finally, after it's been on my to-do list for like months at this point, hung my swords up on the wall, and I have a little like pin case thing. Like, it looks like a photo frame, but it's like specifically made so you can put pins into it to hang them up on the wall. I wanted them because I wanted it so bad just because of the fact that, like, I do not want to have to dust a corkboard all the time trying to keep the pins clean. And so with them in the frame, I can just dust the frame. It's a lot easier. I also hung up some keychains and stuff into it, but I finally got it put up.
Garden of Recollection. Is that the group that serves the Eon of Remembrance?
I'm like, they added in this line just to make sure that you remember about Fuli.
Exactly. They traverse freely between different worlds as mimetic entities and are only visible to certain people. Doesn't she sound very much like that Clockie you saw? After all, it is a grand event held by the family. The guest list could be a lot longer than we imagine. Once again, thank you for being kind to me. I wish you a great time in the dream, and I shall not interrupt your date?
No, we're not on a date.
Acheron subtly fishing for information. Firefly being like, I don't swing that way. Acheron being like, ayo.
She's gone. Well, shall we?
I'll let you get back to your beeswax. Thanks, my gray friend.
I really appreciate your help. The Nameless are indeed a bunch of talented people. May our paths cross again.
May our paths cross again. Tick tock.
Please come with me. I hope that you won't be distracted by some invisible friend again.
Oh, we got a Misha sticker now. Alright, I kept getting... Okay, this is what I was getting distracted by. Chirp, didn't think of that, did ya? That's not 3 birdies, but that I'm the only bird here, chirp. I never thought anyone would be able to answer my 3 riddles. Guess I'll have to up the difficulty next time. I'll definitely be back, chirp. I want one of those things, too. Okay, we found 5 out of 10 of these guys. That's fun. Alright. Back on track.
Sorry. I'm afraid we need to take the pinball machine to reach this place. You go first, and I'll be right behind you.
I'm trying to remember how this works. There we go.
Her secret stronghold is a cafe?
Oh, Clockie.
Here.
Pardon me. Pardon me again.
Here we are. This is the place. No, it isn't. This is. Yes, it's right inside. Let me show you how to do it. It's going to be very dark at first, so you'll have to stay close to me.
Kalis is like, I've done a lot of things, but I don't know about this.
Let me ask you something.
Are we breaking the fourth wall, or are we in the perspective of someone walking with her?
Is following girls around like a lost puppy your way of getting their attention? You've been doing this for nearly half a system hour.
To be more precise, it's been 45 minutes. Time sure flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Spare me. Beautiful eyes, though. Are you from Sigonia?
Need another hint? I'm an Avgen.
Why is the explanation honey? Is he related to a bee of some form?
My eyes might not be as pretty as yours, but there's no problem with my vision. You Sigonians are notorious throughout the entire universe. Liars, thieves, social manipulators, wolves in sheep's clothing. You're really living up to the reputation.
This gave me a very, like, thought, and then within her sentence, or finishing it, I literally forgot it. Like, a very specific character type, and then it immediately dropped out of my head.
I say, you belong to the space under the manhole cover, not in a dream. There's one right over there. Off you go.
I'll pass. The gloomy shade of a place like that just wouldn't go with my vibe. Dreamville is frivolous, vain, and flashy, and that suits me just fine. Also, it never rains here. My outfit is too expensive to be exposed to the elements.
Cut it out and go home, you slick talker. We are fools, but we aren't stupid. We aren't interested in playing the friend game with the lapdogs of the IPC.
Really? You've never been friends with anyone from the IPC?
Do you think I know nothing about the history of Penacony? Don't drag me into your banal office politics.
Fool, you've been left with no choice since the moment you accepted the invitation to be here. You better pick a side while you have the chance. Or else you'll end up losing everything.
You sound very sure of yourself. Looks like you've already convinced that chicken wing boy from the family.
Oh, that's one way to call Sunday. I'm assuming it's Sunday.
How did you do it, little peacock? Did you strip yourself naked, apologize to him on your knees, and promise that the IPC would never harm Penacony?
Is she implying, again, you can't see the hand gestures I'm making, but like, I'm sure you can guess by this sentence.
Friends? Oh, please. You guys only treat others as your bargaining chips.
Oh, what's wrong with chips? In any gamble, the only players that will never be on the losing side are the chips. My friends from the Garden of Recollection and the Astral Express are all smart enough to understand that.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I just had this thought. It might be like a weird thought, but so like the IPC is like the mega corporation of the galaxy, right? But originally in the lore, it started with a bunch of people worshipping the god of preservation, and the god of preservation, ooh, just dropped to that, is like made out of stone, or he looks like he's made out of asteroids, like sentient rock. You know what, in one of their other games where they have a god of commerce, and contracts, which the IPC is very, very thorough in, that's also the god of Geo. and gold is a very intense color in his setup. I wonder if that is, considering they're playing around with different universes, I wonder if that is on purpose or just something that happened, coincidence or on purpose.
But the smarter ones wouldn't have joined the game in the first place. See? I'm smarter. Listen, little peacock. You've been invited by the tavern before, too. If you want the masked fools to get on board, you need to figure out what it is the laughter wants.
My second favorite of the Aeons, aha. First is Fuli. I love Fuli's design. If I ever want to suffer, I will cosplay him.
Here's a hint for you. Since you can't convince anyone, why don't you find a rock to be friends with? At least a rock won't be able to refute your arguments.
That definitely doesn't say rock, but I wonder if they changed it to rock to not be, to be less offensive.
So long.
Thanks. I'll keep your advice in mind.
Having a bit of trouble in his merchantil.
What a pain in the neck. I guess I'll have to meet with the family again.
Little stumbling blocks on his merchant endeavors.
Here.
Are we still in the main area, or is this a new one?
We're almost there.
The meandering lights faint, the shadows slumber beneath the curtain on a downcast moonlight night. Hello, it's pretty here, isn't it? Look out in the distance. You see those dreamweavers? It is they who meticulously select beautiful shaped shards from the shattered remains of reality, then painted them with their imagination and inspiration, and finally weaving them into the city of dreams, steadfast and orderly. Interesting, no? Like writing an elegantly compelling story removed from reality, free but devoid of chaos, rendered even more exquisite by stripping down disorderly impurities. Excuse my discourtesy for hogging the conversation. Hello, I'm Claudia, a freelance novelist. Hope I didn't make you uneasy just now. Please forgive me. Just some mildly popular adventure novels. I wanted to dive into folklore and supernatural themes, but my wordsmithing and experience lacks substance, requires more practice. But if you're interested in such topics, I can recommend you read Edgar Carter's work. His stories have inexplicable beauty to them. I trust you will like them. Speaking of, I mean no offense, but you have a sort of very special air about you. If I describe it, it'd be clear and solid as ice, soft and ivory as snow, but buried beneath that frost. Don't mind, can you tell me about your experience? Spurred by the girl's enthusiasm, you briefly recount a few anecdotes. I know the word. I can hear it in my brain. I can't speak it out loud, though. And it is then that you see the once dust-colored eyes slowly flickering and sparkle like star clusters. So these are nameless. To travel as stars to your heart's desire. It sounds rather romantic. If I didn't have a warrior brother and a ton of business to attend to, I'd really like to ask you to take me with you. While I occasionally get some rare bits of detail from the Intelligencia Guild to use as material, those stuffy researchers really do bore me. It's much more fun to talk to you. So could you please tell me a few more of your stories? Of the Dreamscape Killer, people say it harvests souls in ways that words can't even describe, but no one knows what it is exactly. If the opportunity arises, do you want to investigate with me? I think we'll find some clues if you look around. Come on, this is initial funding for a subsequent investigation. Please take it.
The Dream Border truly lives up to its
Interesting. Okay, the birds we've been collecting. Chirp chirp, it's dangerous ahead. Unauthorized personnel are prohibited from entering. Chirp. This is the town's furthest nesting site. Chirp. There's a construction site inside and it's really dangerous. Chirp. The population of Dreamville is increasing and there aren't enough houses for everyone. Chirp. We need to expand beyond the town and build a new home. Chirp. In short, it's dangerous outside the town. The construction site is very dangerous too. Chirp. Please leave quickly. Chirp chirp. You flash your dreamscape past the bird before you. Chirp chirp, see your Clockie's friend. Chirp. We could use all the help we can get. Today, some kids ran off to the nesting site to play. Chirp. Even though we've asked Brother Hanu to keep watch in the area every day. Chirp. Clockie's friends, can I trouble you to help us find them? Chirp. That's great, thank you so much, Chirp. Those cheeky kids are probably playing hide and seek again. Please get them to return to the Grey Tree. I'll prepare a gift in thanks for you. I guess you need to find all of them before you can do something with the tree. Oh, okay, this is the Clockie icon means that we can change their mood. Okay, not...
supposed to be confusing.
Oh. Look! This place is breathtaking, isn't it?
Not really.
Guests aren't allowed here, so we have to be careful not to get caught. Don't worry, this place isn't dangerous, just, think of this as the border of Golden Hour. The family is still building and remodeling the dreamscape beyond here. My secret stronghold is in this area. Let's sneak inside.
I feel like I'm...
Excuse me, there's a construction site ahead. Unauthorized personnel are not allowed in.
Drat! We're caught right away. Let me try. Could you, please make an exception? We're not gonna cause any trouble.
Not a chance. Our boss made it clear that only the dreamers are allowed here.
He won't budge.
Credits?
Get those out of my sight, and I'll pretend nothing happened. This time. Try pulling something like that again, and I'll report it to the Yoke family. None of your tricks are going to work. Please do yourself and me a favor and go home.
Seems like you won't give in. Let me think of another way.
Perhaps Clockie's Clockie power trick can come in handy?
This isn't malicious intent, right?
None of your tricks are going to work.
They said provoke, so angry?
Honored. I'm a member of the Bloodhound family. And my job is maintaining order in the dreamscape. In fact, no danger will arise under the family's protection, which makes my job redundant. Even a trash can is more important than me. Oh, in that case, I'd recommend that you see Dr. Edward for a psychotherapy session. Anyway, please just give me some privacy. You two should enjoy this fun and exciting dreamscape instead of talking to someone who is worse than a trash can. Oh, I'm sorry for blocking your way, but there's little dignity left in me. So please be nice and don't trample on it. Sure enough, you guys can force your way through, but I swear I'll stop you or die trying. After all, I have nothing left to lose.
I feel really bad.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Buddy, you look as delighted as me. Ooh, can you feel it? This is wild. It feels like I just downed 10 bottles of Apocal Soul Glad in one gulp and spent an entire day at the Dreamscape sales store. Oh, if Mia were here, we would sing a song together. Oh, I'm sure she would understand how I feel. I can hardly contain this palpable excitement. Oh, I'd like to invite you to dance with me, handsome. Right here, right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, so sorry. Everyone in Penacony is just waving that bye flag, huh? Not us turning him down. No, we must dance with...
Oh, no way. Rules are rules. It's totally fine if you... This crazy mood and this pounding heart are just what I need. I wish it would last forever. Still, I won't let...
He really is a man of
I know it wanted me to make him angry. I just wanted to see what the other ones would do. I just didn't want him calling the guard.
How many times do I have to repeat? Ugh! Do you two really want to stay here? Don't try talking back to me! I deal with punks like you all the time. You fear for nothing just because you're young and energetic. You idle away your time every day, going around, stirring up trouble. You contribute nothing to society. Let me help you spoiled brats learn the hard way. Go, Sweet Dreams Troop! Teach them a lesson!
Conflict is pitiless.
It's like more than that.
Here is thunder.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Conflict is pitiless.
Darn it! I can't believe I've lost! Is this the power of you? If I'd had that power back then, would we have ended up differently, Mia? Alright. You can go in. As the winner here, you deserve it.
What is this, Pokemon?
Seems like he's taking this winning and losing thing a little too seriously. Well, at least we finally get to go through. Never imagined that's how we'd end up getting past the guard. That trick of Clockie's really is amazing.
It's like... I don't have to fight them.
The path ends here. For the rest of the way, we need to borrow the Dreamer's tools. What happens next is going to blow your mind.
Interesting.
Different points in space are linked together?
Now we can go to the other side. This is how the Nightingale family repairs the dreamscape. Fascinating, isn't it? We can use the building materials that are floating around in the air.
So I started playing Baldur's Gate again last night. I meant to only play it for like an hour or two. I ended up playing it for like 4, as you do, and I am still trying to use the controls from Baldur's Gate to change perspective. I've been discovered, but why are you staying down there, Chirp? Unless you can't come up here, Chirp, Chirp. And I still deliberately stopped on the ladder, Chirp. What a pitiful two-legged beast. Goodbye, Chirp. Well, that puts us at 6 of those guys.
It's like stepping on planks, floating on water.
Ooh.
Let's go that way.
Trying not to... Ooh, another clock. Oh, that's a fun optical illusion.
We can get to the rooftop of the opposite building from here, but it requires a device. I remember it's hidden here.
Interesting. I wonder if that means I can do Hano's adventure now. Nope, still not quite. Okay, but like, that thing is slightly terrifying. Okay, puzzle gentlemen, that's what they're called. Holding dream jigsaws may appear whenever in Penacony. Completing the jigsaw puzzle will make the object within it appear in the dreamscape. Okay.
Bam! And it comes out just like that. No matter how many times I've seen it, I still...
Try not to actually have to fight anything. All right. Oh, another clock that's not working. I really like these perspective puzzles. They're fun. I think I heard a chirp. I think one of the birds is nearby, if that's like a sound cue that exists. Or maybe it's just the ambient background noise. Oh, no, I was right. Look, with this addition of my feathers, the logo is so much more stylish. So that puts us at 7 out of 10 of these. Interesting that they give out a sound cue.
Look, that's the Penacony Grand Theater over there.
Optional, take a break and admire the Penacony Grand Theater. Continue following Firefly to reach the depths of the dreamscape. Well, which one's the optional one? Okay, that one looks like it's the actual main one, so I guess this is the break.
It radiates dazzling light perpetually, just like this glamorous dream. I suppose everyone who likes to bask in the light will be drawn to that kind of warmth, like countless fireflies chasing the fire. Let's go. Half the journey is still ahead of us.
Alright. I don't quite know where to... Maybe I'll put them down here with the Clockie outline, because I'm not quite sure where Misha falls under the who's lined up with who. Because these two are working together. These two are obviously working together. I don't know who Akron or Misha is working with. We're not quite done with the Reverie. Still missing quite a few character stickers. Still missing some stickers here. Only missing one sticker here. This thing is tiny.
complicated. I have to put on my thinking cap.
Puzzles, puzzles, more puzzles. Oh, I didn't have to go all the way around. LOL.
I wonder whether I can still control the
Ooh, that gives me a little bit of vertigo right there.
The family recruited many artists, architects, and scholars from across the universe to form the team of dreamers that built the dream of Penacony. These areas are not developed yet, so guests don't come here. It's not as lively as the town center here, but I relish the serene atmosphere.
Yeah, it's the tourist trap versus the place where people actually live. Let's see, you always gotta start with edge pieces. Okay, let's... Oh, I can see a little bit of it here. I couldn't, this like faint outline, I was just ignoring it. Are we building a treasure chest? That's kind of funny. Oh? Why did you pull me out, Chirp? What is Mr. Dinosaur going to do now, Chirp? You see, if not for me, Mr. Dinosaur's head would likely become like Boss Stone's head, shiny and smooth. How pitiful, Chirp. Chirp, Mr. Dinosaur, what will you do without me, Chirp? I think that's 8 of those birds. Not that. This one. Yeah, 2 more. Ah! Ah, it's the first time I've finally gotten hit by one of those.
Rules are made to be broken.
I love the dice, little dice goblin things.
Show no mercy. The dead return! Conflict is pitiless.
Genuine just smacked so hard.
A will forged in ice. Never
Delighted.
falters. Here, this thunder.
24. Whew. The trash cans are out here too. Oh my. Wait. Did I just hear... I thought I heard one of the birds. Trying to get far enough away that it stops trying to attack me. Ugh, these things give me such violent vertigo. Okay, so that's obviously not how this is done. I think I'm right. It's just... I need to get over there, and I don't know how to get over there. To activate that one.
Looks good.
See, there's like this gap here. It looks like there should be one that moves that one over here. Oh, I'm not able to get over here when it's in story mode. Oh my, okay.
Is that all?
Well, at least I don't have to redo the puzzle and some... Okay, what does this get me now? Woo.
Great. The more the better. We need a strategy.
Ooh. Yeah, strategy is I'll fight that later. But since everything is set up, I can just run back really easily.
Looks good.
From that building to this building in the blink of an eye. This would be impossible in reality.
I am live at this time because I have reintroduced myself to Baldur's Gate 3 and I am obsessed once again as I'm trying to get through Act 3. So I was like, if I don't stream right when I wake up, I'm not going to, because I will play Baldur's Gate 3 and get wrapped up into it and then never leave. So that's what I'm doing. Alright. Lots of perspective puzzles. I am enjoying it. The transition between going into perspective puzzle and coming out of it is giving me mad vertigo, though. Yeah, no, I got through Act 1 and Act 2 in like 2 months. Like, I was obsessed. Like, obsessed. But then I was like, I have sunk 120 hours into this. I'm really tired. And so, because I've never played a game that much. And so I was like, I'm gonna take a moment and like relax. And then I just didn't play it for a month, and then I'm like, oh, let me see if after the big update the game even loads, you know what I mean? And it did, and I'm like, okay, do I want to start over? Because I haven't played this in a month, and just speedrun Act 1 and Act 2, or finish what I've started. And I played a little bit of Act 3, being like, oh, I'm just gonna play for an hour. 4 hours later, I am like deep into Act 3. No, I say deep, but I'm still in Rivington. I'm at the like murder mystery thing, the open temple hand murders, and the sentient necklace. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. But yeah, so that's pretty much why I'm here right now. Only thing you've really missed is I'm working on the main quest, and I did 2 10 pulls on the weapon, or not on the weapon banner, on Jing Yuan's banner to either get E1 of him or to lose and get a guarantee for the next banner. I'm at 75 pity, and I have not received a 5-star yet. I've searched for a long time, until I picked this billboard. I can't believe I was found so quickly, chirp. Forget it. I'll find a more secluded spot next time, chirp. Alright, that's 9, so I'm only missing 1 more of those birds. Thank you. I keep saying when I look at this banner, I can't lose, because either I'll just get E1 of him, or I'll lose the 50-50, and I will get probably E1 of one of the standard characters, and I'll get the guarantee for the next banner, which might be the Adventuring banner or the Acheron banner. Acheron has me in a choke. I honestly don't know if it's gonna be Acheron and then Adventuring right after it, or Adventuring and then Acheron, how I'm gonna manage, because I want Adventuring so bad. He is so sassy. I love it. Alright.
It's the same routine. You've mastered it, right?
But yeah, I'm trying to make like a dent, and I lost my earbud again, in this main story quest because of the fact that all of the events are ending, and for some reason the game was like, oh yeah, we're just gonna, even though this new area just came out, we're gonna dump like 3 different events all in this like this first area. Some dream jigsaw pieces are unstable, may move to another location. Follow them to retrieve them. You'll want to play hide and seek, I guess.
What exactly went wrong? Is it because I've gone for too long without drinking So Glad? Or because I've been working overtime for 2 months? Why don't I have any inspiration today? Who's there? Why are there guests here? You know what? I don't care how you snuck in. Just leave me alone. If you prevent me from finishing my work on time, I'm gonna make you pay for it.
Seems you need to find a way to uplift the Dreamweaver. Huh? This person's emo gear is missing. TikTok. You can obtain the required gear using emotion absorption. I feel like there might be more gears nearby. Let's go. Interesting. Oh, like we can fight these guys. But yeah, no, them just being like, yeah, no, I know that Pinnaconey just came out, but I know that you guys like speedrun the content, and so we're also gonna release like 3 separate events that are all in the same time frame. And I'm over here just like dying. I'm like, okay, that's great for the people who speedrun to give them like a ton of content so that they're not
the end of the story in your own way.
So that they're not like immediately complaining about there not being enough content.
What exactly went wrong?
But like for the rest of us who take our time, oh, not enough. It's like absurd. We're gonna steal this happy couple's like gear? That seems rude. Haha, you see? I told you this would be a great spot for a date, right? Check it out. Isn't this view enchanting? That's impressive. Got a lot of good ideas, you do. This place has a great view, and you can see all Golden Hour from here. Though how are we gonna leave? We're not climbing the ventilation ducts again, are we? Well, there's gotta be a way. Don't think about that much stuff. Let's enjoy what we've got now first. Okay, so we're just picking up on their ambient aura. Okay, that's better than like, we're just gonna steal your emotions so that I can put it in someone else.
What exactly?
I like that it's called an emo dial though. That's so fun.
I got it! What a brilliant idea it is! I must write it down on paper while it's fresh in my mind.
Same, if I don't write it down, it will be lost to the void.
No. I'm sure I'll forget all the details when I wake up from sleep. There's no better time than now to put it into action.
He wandered off, but he left behind the puzzle piece.
There are emo dials missing specific gear in the dreamscape and cannot be tuned. However, you can obtain the required gear using emotion absorption by exploring the dreamscape. Pay lots of attention to these people. You'll receive additional surprises once you've fixed all of them. TikTok. But didn't 2 puzzle pieces fly off?
No match for me.
Support guide will appear in certain specific overworld gameplay. Follow support guide and finish the corresponding operation to arrive in the destination. I literally, like, whenever this activates, have to look away from my screen now because it's giving me such intense vertigo. he's trying to run away.
Conflict is pitiless. Just a
I both like these little dice goblins and also think that their like design is terrifying.
Rules are made to be broken.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Interesting. So I need to have this guy move it first before I rotate this. Got it. Have fun cooking. I hope whatever you're doing is delicious. Oh no.
Here, this thunder. Show no mercy. Is that all? I underestimated you.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Conflict is pitiless. Here, this thunder. The dead return.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Alright, little clock guy. Ooh, lots of moving pieces on this one. Alright. Interesting. Oh, I see. Where am I trying to get? Over there? I love perspective puzzles like this. It's so good. It should work. Okay, so we're missing. So this has to connect there. Okay, that's really all that one can do. Ugh. Whoever designed those was like, I'm specifically gonna make these for Poetentate because, ugh, those are right up my alley. And I feel like it's a perspective thing. Like I need to get over there. Oh, wait, I heard one of the birds. I hear a bird. Where is it? Welcome back, welcome back. Is it this thing? No, it's one of the birds though. I don't see it.
This place is really complicated. It gives me a headache every time I pass through. Not only do we have to activate the Dream's Eye, but we also have to close it a couple of times to get through.
I hear a bird. I'm trying to find all those little origami birds. They're super cute. I hear it. Or I did. What is that? You see that red light up there? Do they have planes here?
Finally! There won't be too many hindrances after this.
Okay, I think there's a bird I missed down here because I could hear the noise, the like audio signal that there's a bird in the area.
This area wasn't guarded the last time I was here. Have my frequent comings and goings started drawing attention? I don't think we can get around them. Knocking them out is the only way to go. Let's get rid of them.
Strengthen our defenses. Rules are made to be broken.
Here, this thunder.
But yeah, per usual, I need to make my weekly bread, but this time I made a starter last night, so we'll see if that helped with making the bread fluffier. And then my earbuds don't stay in again.
Conflict is pitiless.
Okay.
A will forged in
And I'm a little confused about another thing. So, speaking of cooking, last night I made chocolate-covered strawberries. Normally I make chocolate-covered pretzels. It's more my speed. But strawberries were on sale, so I wanted to try it out.
Show no mercy.
Why do people like them so much? Maybe I just did them wrong, because they did not taste particularly
The dead return.
good to me. I would much prefer chocolate-covered pretzels. But maybe I just did them wrong.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Conflict is pitiless.
Rules are made to be broken.
Here, this thunder.
I feel like it's definitely one of those, like, luxury foods.
A will forged in ice.
Maybe less the chocolate-covered pretzels, but definitely the strawberries, because with how expensive fruit's getting, and then if you want to get, like, the good chocolate, not just, like, cheap chocolate,
The dead return.
but probably won't make them again, personally, because they didn't really taste all that good.
Here we are. This is the place.
You say here we are, and yet we are still moving.
Someone's singing? Where is the sound coming from?
I don't hear someone singing. Where do you hear singing?
Have you heard of this song? It's called If I Can Stop One Heart from Breaking by Robin. Her songs are played in the Dreamland from time to time as the Charmony Festival is drawing close. This spot is the closest place to the sky in the dreamscape. It's far away from the hustle and bustle of the city and free from the bickering among the dreamers. You can feel the moment. The scenery, the people and the dreams, without being disturbed by anyone. How beautiful. Time is frozen at this golden hour. This golden dream shared by the fool from the tavern and the memo keeper from the Garden of Recollection, the wandering ranger and the IPC ambassador, the Astral Express nameless, and me.
How do you know all those people? Because the fool from the tavern is either Sampo or Sparkle. The memo keeper is Black Swan. The wandering ranger is Acheron. The IPC ambassador is obviously Adventurine. And then the Astral Express nameless is me. And then Firefly herself. But you acted like you had just met Acheron for the first time, and she did not state that she was a wandering ranger. So how do you know that? Suspicious.
Everyone falls asleep here equally, regardless of our different agendas. I'm sorry. I really am a stowaway.
I honestly don't care.
I knew I couldn't hide it from you. My hometown was destroyed a long time ago. It was probably the doing of the Legion or the Swarm, but I'm an interstellar refugee. Just like many of the Penacony locals.
I mean, like, we've met her, she's given us a tour around the area, but, like, there's not really anything that has made me more interested in her versus any other character. Like, if any character is going to give me the, I have a bad backstory and I might actually care, it'd probably be Adventurine. Acheron has, like, is more interesting than Firefly, to be honest, and we probably had less screen time of Acheron than we have Firefly. It's like, her being a stowaway is like Pinacone business. Like, I honestly, like, why would I care if you snuck into what is essentially the space version of Las Vegas? Like, again, you can't see the hand gestures, but, like, I'm just, like, waving them around, being like, why would that matter to me?
The Harmony accepts everyone, including wanderers from afar. The family takes them in, but they don't belong here. In this splendid metropolis, some have a dream called Penacony, but some have dreams that are no different from reality. Even though everyone who comes here harbors the same motive in the beginning. And it's likewise for me. I have a wish I want to achieve so badly in the real world. But I can't. So, I want to give it a shot here.
Yeah, but it's not real. Even if you succeed here, yeah, you can't run away from reality. Like, it's good, like, obviously, like, just as theory fodder, or not theory fodder, but, like, as an example, like, yeah, I can, back when I was, like, say, job hunting, right? And I had an interview coming up. I can imagine that the interview is gonna go amazing, and I can, like, pretend to go through it time after time to, like, kind of train myself so that maybe I have a better shot. But if you don't actually do well in reality, all of that like, there's no benefit, I guess, like, other than, like, image training, or just, like, you can, like, oh, I'm sure, like, everyone has had that imagination, like, oh, if I suddenly got, like, this amazing job, or if something, like, so cool happened in my life, like it does in, like, the movies or whatever, where you're just some random guy and then, like, something fantastical happens to you. Like, it's a good, fun fantasy that can be, like, a good, like, break from reality, but unless you implement the actual, like, stuff, like, if you do not implement the changes in reality, it'll just always remain as a fantasy, and that would actually be, like, worse, almost. Like, say she accomplishes her dream here in this fake reality, like, she's gonna get dependent on it, because she'll always have to go back to reality where her dream is not accomplished, right? And have to, like, deal with that crushing, like, fate. Whereas she's like, oh, well, my dream is real in the dream, and so she'll just, like, keep coming back to try and feed that, like, delusion, that sense of comfort, without ever actually facing the issue, whatever it happens to be. And so, like, there's some issues with that. Like, yeah, just coming into this reality fully knowing it's fake and being like, I'm gonna have a good time and spend all this fake money because it's not real, and I'm gonna have my, like, delusional amazing weekend, but I'm just using it as a stress reliever so that I can go back to my normal day. But as long as you don't, like, that's fine, but as long as you don't get addicted to it, that's where it becomes an issue, where it's like, oh, I'm so addicted to, like, using this space as a stress reliever that it's interfering with my normal life. Like, you still have to deal with your real life problems. I say all of this like I don't read a ridiculous amount for escapism purposes, but it's one of those do as I say, not as I do situations.
Entropy loss syndrome. Have you heard of this term? It's a strange condition. Those suffering from it will experience an irreversible chronic dissociation of their physical structure. This means they will slowly fade away, and the process is barely noticeable to others. You can still run, jump, and talk as usual.
Bird.
Everything seems normal. But then you'll start doing everything slightly slower than others. And then even slower than that. Until the lines between your body and the entire world become blurry. You won't be able to tell reality from dreams because they have all been shattered. So how could I possibly resist it? I mean, can you imagine? I can actually free myself from this icy medical cabin in this dream.
Now, this is something that people have actually been talking about when it comes to like the medical field, as like virtual reality becomes like more and more realistic, is like people who are stuck in the hospital and have to deal with like pretty much living in intensive care for the rest of their lives, how virtual reality could help improve their mood because of the fact that they'd be able to go out and do things and see things in this virtual reality. But on the flip side, it goes back to what we talked about earlier, is like, if this virtual reality is your only link to reality, and it's the only thing that brings you happiness, your dependence on it becomes addictive, just like anything else. And it's harsh either way. Because like having to face the reality of like what she's talking about, that she's like stuck in a hospital and she's probably going to be stuck in that hospital for the rest of her life, and she has no chance of accomplishing her dreams in her actual reality, and so she's turning to a fake reality to try and do it. Like, I can understand that, but it is still like desperation and a lot of other things linked together.
I can forget about all the doctor's advice. I can listen and see and touch and think and understand whatever I want with my body. So although this world isn't real, this experience is priceless. Just like this moment. I'm sorry. For certain reasons, there are things I can't reveal to you yet. But there are also things you should know. I am, in fact, after the Watchmaker's legacy. But that doesn't mean we have to go our separate ways and be enemies. But at least, I really hope things don't turn out that way.
This one's rough, because on one hand, it's gonna become one of those, like, say we get the Watchmaker's legacy. She's told us this, that she's, like, horrendously sick, and maybe the Watchmaker's legacy can either save her, like, cure her illness, or it, like, can give her essentially freedom from her body, where she becomes fully digital and remains for eternity inside of this virtual reality. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure that like our goal here is to bring the Watchmaker's legacy back to the Astral Express. On the other hand, we've also kind of sold our soul to Adventurine, and so I'm sure he's also after the legacy. And so, like, we're kind of duty bound by contract to potentially give it to him at the same time. So it's probably gonna make us feel guilty that we might be killing her. Like, I'm interested to see where this goes.
It's okay. Thanks. In my dream, I saw a scorched earth and a new sapling emerging from it. It bloomed against the morning sun, and it whispered to me. I still remember the question on the invitation letter. Why does life slumber? You see, everything is possible in this land of dreams. The nightmarish past will disperse and fade away like bubbles in water, and the future that you don't want to face will never come. Why do people choose to sleep? It's because they're afraid to wake up from the dream. I'm sorry. Things are getting all bleak and serious. Let me see what I can do to lighten the mood.
This bird is distracting me horrendously.
I mean, don't you have a lot of friends on the Astral Express? What would you guys do if something like this happened?
Oh, is that also why her headband is like an hourglass? I talked about this last time. She's on like limited time. Pom Pom, Dan Hung, Himiko, Mr. Yang, March.
Jokes. Oh, I don't really have a good sense of humor. Perhaps we can think of another way?
Oh, is this also a reference to Alice from Alice in Wonderland? I keep going back to that. But, like, some interpretations of the original book, like the original story of Alice in Wonderland, is that Wonderland is actually after Alice has slipped into a coma. Her sister in the beginning of the book keeps telling her that she cannot go outside and play, she can't do this, that, and the other, and she treats it as, like, like, oh my gosh, she's telling me all these things to do, and I don't want to do it. But then she goes outside, and due to some kind of malady she has, illness, she falls into a coma. And the Cheshire Cat, for example, is like the specter of death. And like this other stuff is like one interpretation of Alice in Wonderland. And the entirety of Wonderland is in a dream instead of actually a physical place. So I wonder if that's also a reference. Mr. Yang?
I have been trying to do that, but I think I failed. Maybe there are other things that you guys do? Selfie. You're right. I mean, I've been here so many times. Why didn't I think of taking a photo? I feel a little awkward taking it by myself. Would you like to join me? I can be a little bit camera shy. Just don't laugh at me. Here, you hold the camera.
The girl hands you the phone to you, her eyes filled with expectation. You take the phone and launch the camera app and then switch to the front-facing camera effortlessly. Then extending your arm, you hold the phone at a distance, ensuring both of you are captured in the frame.
Let me get ready. I'm good. 1, 2, say cheese!
Oh my gosh, that's actually so cute. That's such a cute photo. Are we all having fun? Lots of fun, sure, but something feels off. It doesn't feel very real. It's odd, I can't describe it. We're in a dream, after all. I saw a guy wearing a plaster head sculpture at the auction and he walked off without doing anything. That's pretty suspicious. I have also had some unpleasant discoveries. It's a bit complicated. It's best if we meet up face to face. Me too. Looks like the trip back to reality is overdue. Let's meet up in my room.
Do you have to go back already? Time really flies. I feel like going back to reality and resting too. Come on. let's say goodbye at golden hour.
Gentleman of the name Nocturne. Wrong thing. Alright, part 8. These nights are short and cold. Push onward alongside the lady. At the dream's edge, where most ordinary guests are restricted from entering, you and Firefly witnessed miraculous sights and left traces of your shared presence. You may still recall how you felt at that moment. I probably will be wrapping up in a couple of moments, just because I have been playing for almost 2 hours at this point. And this seems like a pretty good stopping point, honestly, in the story. So, I'll probably go see what's going on in the room, and then I'll probably call it a day. I just gotta get this bird because it's been bothering me. Still have not gotten the prerequisites for any of these events. Bird. I didn't mean to peek, chirp. I'm only here to watch the shooting stars, chirp. As for the couples who are here to watch the shooting stars, I just happened to have a quick look. That's right, just quick look, chirp. I shall not interrupt. Goodbye, chirp. Okay. Oh, and this circles us back to, the main area. Let's go grab that stagnant shadow. Huh, I wonder how you're supposed to get that. Oh, is this the trash can lord? Lordly trash can may appear anywhere in the world. Testing passing braves. Converse with it to face its trials and complete the trials to earn stellar jade rewards. The trials with each lordly trash can be completed once and repeated. What is vast enough to contain all the world's filth, yet delicate enough to be pierced by a pinprick? Not bad. It appears you do possess some wit. Of all things in the world, trash bags are the most vast and tolerant. But the test of wisdom won't be so simple. There are 3 questions in total. Now it's time for the second one. What repels impurities, subdues filth, and sturdy enough to endure the harshest winds and rain? A trash can's lid? Correct! A trash can's lid indeed represents the most impenetrable defense, safeguarding the sanctity of trash cans. Now for the final question. What is loathed by some but cherished by others? What is shunned by some and sought by others? Trash. Exactly! Trash is the misplaced resource and always enduring and charming in the eyes of trash cans. I'm impressed. I didn't expect you to answer all the questions. Your intelligence deserves recognition, be it from the perspective of a trash can or a human. I shall make way for you. Okay.
Don't go any further!
People to interact with. Unch tells you that even with this Dreamscape's built, you won't be able to climb into the ladder. What are you doing? Hello, Clockie's friend Chirp. Now just about the kids. You can approach me with questions about the nesting site too. So they brought quite a few back.
It's getting Come to think of it, I wonder if I have to go to the hotel to return to reality. Strange. Where's everyone gone?
Uh-oh. Have we entered the horror part of this story? One of those, like, you can't leave kind of things. Are we sword art onlining this? Sampo? Potentially imposter Sampo?
Sampo? Is that guy up to no good again?
I still think this is not Sampo.
We meet again, my dear. It looks like you have not taken my warnings to heart. A pity. Are you so enchanted by that girl?
You thought this was March at first.
You're just so blind.
Why are we so on guard?
Careful.
She's suspicious.
I'm more than certain now that this friend of yours is dangerous.
I don't think that's Sampo. Sampo is dangerous, but I'm still very firmly on the that's not Sampo team.
Oh, this brave little girl appears to be protecting you. I wonder why. Are you two that close?
You talk too much.
Oh, I love your attitude, my dear. I have to admit you're different from your friend here. Your senses are much sharper.
I hear a treasure chest.
Even so, you are lagging far behind the main party. Have you not noticed yet what the family is hiding? The secret behind this sweet dream? And as for you, the trailblazer who saved the ice world, I wonder how much others might have embellished Sempo's story when recounting the happenings on Urello 6. It's surprising what tales they spin. Oh well, it was my problem for trusting him.
Okay, so right now they're just like flat out like this is not Sampo. Because one, Sampo would never call it the Ice World. It's Belobog. Thank you very much. He does refer to himself in third person, but you have to include his last name. And then, of course, the him.
I'm really, really disappointed in you. Excuse me. Why don't you rest
for a little while? Inside the real dreamscape.
Okay, but like, can I have that? Can I have that zoom in of Sampo's hips again? Please? Not for any weird purposes, but like...
What is this place?
Just, you know.
I'm back at the hotel? No, this feeling. The surroundings look a little like I just entered a dream.
Oh my gosh, yes. Just being like, can we go back and look at that? I've run into a little trouble, Himiko. That's not good.
I can't get in touch with it.
Mikhail? Like Misha or someone else?
Quiet.
This is too weird.
Oh, okay, so I should bounce. Okay, so it picks up from here. Alright, thank you for letting me know. And I'm like trying to figure out how I leave. Okay, I can just like physically leave. It lets me. It's not like a dungeon that I have to be in. Alright, quick question if I need to unlock the flower I just saw. All of these I can fight already, I think. I'm assuming a child's dream is the one we're in right now, maybe? Dream's Edge. Okay, that's the golden calyx that we've just seen. I just unlocked this. And I have not gotten to these yet. So let me just walk outside and get that golden flower, and then we'll call it a night.
The workshop door is unlocked.
Okay, so is this a child going to see their grandfather who's the Clockmaster? But this child sounds like Misha. So maybe Misha's not the Clockmaster, but the Clockmaster's grandson? Or something like that, maybe? Ooh, just dodge and weave. Ah! Still didn't dodge properly.
Show no mercy. Conflict is pitiless.
Reach the end of the story in your own way. Firefly?
No, wait. Wait, I saw that open. Okay, this was mine. I was like...
Huh. So you're really here too? I don't know. In any case, we must still be in a dream. It can't be anywhere else, much less reality. I'm never wrong about the distinctive sense of memoria that's in the air, but this is very different from the sweet dream that I'm familiar with. It's suffocating, silent, uneasy. And these floating words, can you see them too? This kind of place would never exist on Penacony under the provision of the family. So, could this be a dream bubble?
I mean, it seems like it's a memory. But also the fact that the jail must still exist somewhere, right?
No, that's not right. Do you remember, before we were unconscious, that friend of yours said the real dreamscape?
That was not my friend. That was someone impersonating my friend.
I should have been wary of him sooner. Sorry. Regardless, the family must be hiding something. Something about the truth of the dreamscape. And you probably noticed it when you woke up as well. The ticking of clocks all around us. My gut tells me that the secret hidden here is also linked to the mysterious watchmaker.
You know what? I just had a thought when she said something about clocks. So, like, the idea supposedly behind Penacony is it's like the last stroke till midnight when the magic ends, Cinderella style, right? But, like, a clock counting down is also to, like, destruction, right? Could this be that they are retaining the dream in the state right before it gets destroyed, and they're like desperately trying to keep it alive? It's less like, oh, this is the until the magic ends, but it's in the literal sense, like the destruction of the world, and they're keeping it the clock 1 second away from destruction constantly. That could also be. I'm really curious how the prison comes into this, because they've continuously talked about it, so...
If it points us towards the Watchmaker's legacy, it will be connected to everyone who has melded to Penacony's dream. Let's go. We have to move. Be it to find an exit, or the truth.
Oh, hi, C. Are we playing hide and seek?
Okay, this is what I wanted. I wanted the Aether. Okay, and then we're just gonna make a run for it. Okay, so... Ugh, I really love these birds. They're so cute. So, on, like, the Tabao store, they are releasing, like, the cats from that one event as little figurines that you can buy. I'm waiting to see if the global shop takes the pre-order for that, because I'm buying them immediately. But I would love these little birds as figurines as well. Okay, some unknown individuals' memories have been edited into a maze that almost trapped you within. If your memory can take shape you think it will be a lush and verdant forest, a vast and expansive sea, a city of prosperity. Definitely not the city for me. Usually when I have dreams about, like, I don't really have dreams of the forest. I live in a very forest-heavy area. But when I have dreams of an environment, it's always water. So it'd probably be this one. Now, if it's actually living in reality, I have to live near a forest or somewhere with a lot of trees, because I've been to places that, like, it's just, like, desert and, like, flat area for miles, and it absolutely creeps me out. I feel very not protected, but probably a sea. For me, at least. Okay, how are we doing when it comes to... See how shooting stars fly across the dream sky. Attempt to climb the ladder at the dream's edge. Yeah, it gets us to 6. Probably if I played a bit longer I could get another full 10 pull, but we are out of time. Thank you so much for warning me that we're about to like get into it. It looks like we are getting like closer to being able to get through this main area, because if you look at these two things, I'm assuming this is probably the child stream that we're in right now, and then this might be the next section here. So it looks like I have like 2 more sections to get through. Hopefully they're not humongously long, because this one is only going to be available for another 2 weeks, along with the other events. This one's pretty easy, it's just sign in and give them stuff, but so I won't have to show you all that. But I'll definitely buckle down next week, because I really do want to get through these. Through Glass Darkly and Whodunit. I have to see how much farther they are into the story, because if they're like, you have to fully get done with what exists in Penacony now, I might see if I can squeeze in another stream during the week. We'll have to see. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you all have a lovely day. I will see you definitely next Sunday, if not earlier, for a little surprise stream to try and keep up with these events. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your week. And for any of you that are like me and are about to go break some bread, I hope your bread is fluffy and does not burn. So, goodbye!